Hey guys, Brad from RotoHeat.com back at it with another 2021 player outlook. This time we're talking Atlanta Falcons' new number 2 receiver, Russell Gage. And as always, if you guys enjoy what's going on, you want to tell YouTube what's up about the RotoHeat team, like, subscribe, hit the notification icon. You can stay up to date with all of our live streams and all the great content here on YouTube. This has been one of the more interesting conversations since the Julio Jones trade to Tennessee here recently, but who then becomes wide receiver 2? Is it rookie Kyle Pitts, tight end? Is it Russell Gage? Is it Zacchaeus? Is it somebody else? First and foremost, as always, let us know in the comments, what do you think? Who is the number 2 target after Calvin Ridley? And then next up is what's going to happen with all the targets. So obviously we know last year Julio didn't get targeted a ton. I mean, he had less than 70, if I recall, targets. So we saw Russell Gage in an expanded role last year because he had over 100 targets and he put up a fair amount of points. I think he had almost 800 receiving yards and like 4 touchdowns. And that, I think, is probably what we are going to expect, something very similar for Russell Gage this year. But remember, new coach, new offense. We don't know exactly what their plan is to deploying a guy like Pitts because they have Hayden Hurst. They have, there's other pieces that are still there. Mike Davis out of the backfield, is he going to get targets? I mean, there's a lot of moving pieces. There's a lot of questions to be answered. But the team here believes this guy is firmly in the sell category. And with a sell, are you going to get any better of a return than you can currently get on a guy? And with Gage, we're not sure you're going to get any higher value from him than you are currently as it stands before we see what happens with this offense this year. We do have some guys that think he's a hold or a buy, but the sell category has the most in this conversation. We think his ADP is going to be lower this next year than it is currently, but we also believe he probably finishes somewhere in the 31 to 38 range wide receiver wise. So he's, firmly in the, wide receiver 3 type conversation, but we do think he has potential to be a flexible guy and a spot starter in 2021 specifically. So looking through the notes on this guy, I mean, it's all over the place. Some guys are high on him. Some guys are out on him. One guy even said, I take Zacchaeus at the cost because his price tag right now is just too high if you're looking to buy him. If you're looking to sell him, this would be the time to sell him because I don't know, as soon as you get into the season, if he doesn't produce or doesn't look to be as big a factor in the offense, I mean, the bottom's going to drop out. So you have to be careful in that conversation. Where's your team at? What's your team look like? Those are parts of that conversation you need to have as you're figuring out if you're going to sell this guy or hold him or whatnot. Now, in the 2021 conversation for you redraft guys, he's a guy that you're going to want to target as kind of a wide receiver 3, wide receiver 4 in that range when you're drafting, because until we see exactly what happens, it's not entirely sure if you can trust this guy as a weekly starter. And if you can't trust him as a weekly starter, you need to make sure you have a backup plan there. So those are things to be considered. But again, as always, with all our videos, let us know in the comments below, what do you think about Gage as a 2021 guy? What do you think about his ADP moving forward? All these questions I've asked throughout this video. Let's talk about it in the comments below. And as always, check out RotoHeat.com for more information, more write-ups, and we'll talk to you again soon.